Hey Nash, what should we make?
Why don't you make some stuff with all the leftover tri-tip we have?
All right, let's make some stuff with our leftover tri-tip. Previously on Chaos Kitchen, we grilled the tri-tip, and now today we are going to take the leftover tri-tip and show you 3 different things you can do with leftover tri-tip. So we are going to do tri-tip cheesesteak, a traditional tri-tip sandwich inspired by Cold Springs Tavern. If you've never been to Cold Springs Tavern, it's in Santa Barbara County. It's on the old Stagecoach Trail. It's a super cool, kind of historic live music, old sort of Western sort of place with an awesome menu overall. But then I think Saturday, they do a big old tri-tip grill and make just a bunch of tri-tip sandwiches. So definitely somewhere you should go. And then the last one we're gonna do is a tri-tip salad. So super easy, really, really easy recipes. Easy weeknight meal for your family. Without further ado, let's go. So the first one we're gonna do is our tri-tip cheesesteak. So we take our tri-tip, take it right out of the fridge, so nice and cold. We wanna slice this into real thin strips. So slice this real thin. I'm just gonna throw all of these in here. First thing we need to do is we need to caramelize some onions and some peppers. So to a fairly large pan, we're gonna throw in about 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter and let that melt. Then we throw in some sliced onions and some sliced peppers. Now here I have some red bells, some yellow bells, and some sliced jalapenos. But which ones you choose, it's up to you. And as always with onions, peppers, bacon, anything you're cooking down, they're gonna shrink a lot. So use a little bit to a lot of it, more than you think you need. And then we just cook these on medium to medium low until they start to soften. When your onions and peppers start to soften, we add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and some garlic. Stir all that in. Once your onions and peppers have softened considerably, then we're gonna go ahead and pull them. And then set these off to the side, but not too far, because we're gonna need them in a few minutes. A little bit of avocado oil, and then we go ahead and put our steak in. We don't want to cook this too much because we don't want it to get like super well done. Then we throw in our onions and peppers that we just caramelized. Then we put a bunch of cheese on top of this. So we have a French roll here. So this is for our cheesesteak. So we're just gonna cut into this guy. We're not gonna cut all the way through though. Maybe a little bit more than that. So that's what we're looking for. So then let's build our cheesesteak here. So go ahead and scrape up everything off the bottom. And then we just stack this guy up like this. And there we go. There's our cheesesteak. For our Cold Springs Tavern-inspired tri-tip sandwich and for our tri-tip salad, we want to take our leftover tri-tip. We want to heat it up without overcooking it. So preheat your oven to 325. Take your pieces of tri-tip here. We're just going to wrap this up. Then we're gonna throw this in the oven for 5 to 10 minutes. Again, we just wanna warm it up. We don't wanna cook it any more than it's already cooked. So to the oven. While we're warming up our meat, Cold Springs Tavern is like I said, it's a restaurant in Santa Barbara County. If you ever are in the area, you should definitely go. They serve their tri-tip sandwich on Saturdays. They do a huge tri-tip cook. Everyone orders tri-tip sandwiches. They serve them 3 ways and they're real simple. It's bread, tri-tip, and then your choice of sauce. So your three choices are salsa, which I mentioned in our tri-tip video, is very traditional. I know it sounds weird, but that's what we do. That's kind of the primary choice. Then they have their salsa's homemade. Then the second choice is barbecue. It's a homemade barbecue sauce, also cool and delicious. The third one, and the only one you can't buy in the store, is a apple horseradish. So I love prime rib, so I love horseradish on my meat. So this one's kind of cool. So because this is the one you can't buy in the store, that's the one that we're gonna go with. So I'm gonna show you how to make it. You got this apple here. I already peeled the apple. And then we're just gonna go ahead and grate it. Be careful with these. You can grate your fingers and it's no fun because I've done it. So we got our grated apple here. I transferred it to a small bowl. You see how much that shrank? That's all the grated pulp from one apple. Anyways, 3 tablespoons of horseradish, not the stuff that's got a bunch of mayonnaise and stuff added, regular horseradish, or if you can find it fresh, like 2 inches peeled and grated, 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, and 2 tablespoons apple juice. Now, if you don't have apple juice, just use water. It's fine. Then we just mix this together. And that apple with the apple cider vinegar and the apple juice is really just gonna cut the kick of the horseradish without diminishing it, if that makes any sense. Set this aside. So once the rest of your tri-tip is warmed through, then we're just gonna go ahead and cut the rest of it. Then for our tri-tip sandwich, we just wanna cut this guy in half all the way through. Then we take our French roll and we toast it, just using the same pan and some of the leftover grease from the cheesesteak. All right, we're almost there. Just gonna make our salad dressing real quick. So 1/2 cup of balsamic vinegar, 1.5 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and 1 tablespoon of honey. Now we can build our tri-tip sandwich. So like I said, you could use salsa, you could use barbecue sauce. We're gonna use this apple horseradish sauce, which is their 3rd option at Cold Springs Tavern. So I'm just gonna put a little bit here on the bottom. And then I'm gonna stack a decent amount of meat onto this guy. Then we're gonna put a little bit more on the top bun here. We just put that lid on and set this guy aside. All right, now to land this plane, we're gonna build our tri-tip salad. So I'm just gonna go in here with, I wanted arugula, but I couldn't find it. So this is spring mix. It'll be fine. There's some arugula in there, then some diced red onions, some roasted corn that's been chilled, and some cherry tomatoes that are cut in half. So we're just gonna sort of mix this guy up. And then we're gonna pour some more dressing on there. Whoops, man overboard. There we go. There's the base of our salad. So then we're just gonna take some more salad here, and then we're just gonna pour this into here, and then we just need to dress this up with our steak. So earlier they were just laying across the top, you know, looking all fancy and shit, but we're giving extra steak to our salad. So there we go. And then since we got that balsamic dressing, we'll just do a little bit of a balsamic glaze. There we have our cheesesteak, our Cold Springs Tavern-inspired tri-tip sandwich with the apple horseradish sauce. Oh shit, and our balsamic vinaigrette tri-tip salad, but I forgot to add the gorgonzola cheese. So here's a little bit of crumbly gorgonzola cheese. Boom. Time for a bite. First, let's do this cheesesteak. Cheers. I mean, the steak is so tender with those caramelized onions and peppers and cheese. It's just fantastic. It's a fantastic cheesesteak. Got the flavor from the tri-tip. We got those onions and the peppers. It's just freaking phenomenal. Let's try this Cold Springs Tavern-inspired tri-tip sandwich. Now, I've had a million of these, but I will say this. I've always done the salsa or the barbecue. I've never tried this. Now, I love horseradish on my like prime rib, and I've had horseradish on tri-tip plenty of times, but never in a sandwich. So this isn't gonna be like crazy new, but hey, cheers. You know, it kind of felt weird, basically putting like some sort of applesauce on my tri-tip. But really the amount of apple is really just enough to give it a little kick to that horseradish with a little bit of vinegar, kind of cuts it. And that just a tiny bit of sweet, really freaking good. And I mean, a tri-tip sandwich, French roll, tri-tip, pick your sauce. It's gonna be amazing. On the cheesesteak, we sliced that meat real thin. So we kind of cut it up, mix it with cheese and everything. On the salad, on the tri-tip sandwich, we cut that steak a lot thicker. But the steak is just so, it's amazing. Last but not least, let's try this salad. Try to get a little bit of everything here. Cheers. Oh my God. Look, I'm not even a fan of salads. Not a huge fan. I like them every now and again, but that isn't it. The flavors in that one are amazing. Make it that way. Or I'll be honest, if you got leftover tri-tip, literally just go to the store and buy one of your favorite bag salads, mix that up in a bowl, plate it, and then just throw some of your leftover tri-tip on top of it. It's gonna be delicious. I mean, that's the real easy way to do it. If you wanna make this salad, I certainly wouldn't tell you no, because it's freaking amazing. So if you wanna make an awesome salad, you're trying to impress somebody, or you're just trying to impress yourself. Hey, self-care, right? Then make this salad. But hey, all three of these are amazing. I think I can only feed one of them to Nash, but let's see what Nash thinks. Hey bud, how you doing? Look, you sit without even asking. You're such a good boy. Here you go. I don't know if can you eat all this? Of course you can. You're like an alligator or a python. What do you think? That's our tri-tip sandwich. I approve. Nash approves. 3 amazing things with leftover tri-tip. You know, if you have a bunch of tri-tip, go ahead and make all 3. But any one of them is amazing. The cheesesteak, so good. The tri-tip sandwich, if you've never had like a traditional tri-tip sandwich, try it this way and either use this sauce or you just throw some barbecue sauce or some salsa. You pick your favorite brand, throw it on there. You don't need a lot. It's a super simple sandwich, but anything else might just ruin it. Like the tri-tip is the star, so you don't need to drown it out with a bunch of other stuff. So good. And this salad, like I said, I'm not even the biggest fan of salads, but the mixture that we just made is amazing. So all good things, 10 out of 10, would highly recommend. Tri-tip is amazing. It's very underrated in my book. All that being said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind taking a second to like, subscribe, and share the show, it would really mean a lot. If you want notifications every time we drop a new episode, go ahead and hit that notification bell. If there's anything that you want me to make, you want me and Nash to taste, drop it in the comments or go to the website, timschaoskitchen.com, and send us a message there. And if it's realistic, we'll make it. Just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Until next time, peace.